I personally believe that the implementation of student loan debt regulation is a bad decision. The ability to get into college itself is a good thing, but earning it to people who may or may not have the ability to pay after they graduated or after they get a job is very high risk. The main problem is, I will use this as an example. Many countries that have implemented the student loan debt, like America or other countries, is having people still in their late 30s, 40s paying off their student loan debt because sometimes the degree that they have is not really uh, one with a good job market or good pay after. Uh, and it is not by choice either. This is because sometimes people have their own what they want to do, like their own passion, but sometimes the passion is just not that really in demand. After what they did, it may be like a lot of money to pay back, but they don't have, make enough after. Uh, Especially in Indonesia, with how unstable the job market is today, like it's been years, it's been always been unstable. It will just be making people trying to pay off a debt in a place with not just many job available. Like maybe one in two people have jobs, or maybe less, because of how bad the job market is. Uh, it will just be making people in place. While some people might argue that yes, education is the right. It's a good thing to make to be more available to people. But loaning them out to people who may or may not be in a good place to get a job, or they might just get into college for a reason that might be societal, parental, because their parents want them to get a degree. It will make it harder for them to get a job after. Uh, I think personally they should instead put more money into cheaper or even free government funded college or school. And as we know, there will be a high chance of corruption in the process of getting a student loan debt, or maybe after they pay, they will pay more. Because, but I hope not, because it would be very bad for our country name. Because it's already bad, but whatever. Another thing, Indonesia and Indonesian already have a lot of financial burden with how expensive the gas prices is now, how bad the rupiah is. It will definitely get harder than other countries and other people from other countries. Uh, the job market is very bad. That I think after graduating, most of them will not get a job, but they will definitely get the debt after. I think college should, for now, just be available to people who can afford or get a good scholarship after. Because even though education is right, with how the country is right now, we should just stabilize the economy, the job market before we make the decision to make higher education more available through debt and through loans. I think instead of doing that, we should instead focus on the lower education like high school or even grade school. Because as we know from videos online, some high schoolers don't know how to read, cannot count that good, and I think instead of making college more available, we should just make high school more better for people, better for our kids, better for us. Because what's the purpose of uh, debt and loans to people who want to go into college when we ourselves cannot read good or cannot count as good as other people in our countries with better education? And I think by making higher education more available, more cheaper, by owning them out, people will use education as a way to show off or flaunt their wealth and their education to other people. The mental health, the mental health and social pressure would definitely be very high too. People will go to college because of pressure from family, because as we know, people or parents want us to achieve great things, but sometimes it's just not the time yet. Because if we don't have the money, why would we get into debt just to go into college when we don't even want that? Uh, and I think the peer pressure will be high too. Seeing your friends, your family have degrees going to college because of easier approach with the loan would make people get into more debt, more loans, and I think it would be very bad because young people would go to debt to go college to not even get a good degree, just so they have a degree, so they have something to their name, so people would see them as something bigger, something that they are not. Uh, And definitely, after graduating, people would, instead of finding lower paying jobs or more experience, they would use the degree to get high paying jobs that they may not have any experience, any education in. And not only that, the government would be in heavy losses if they are not able to make the student pay after they graduated, which is very bad. With how the government is right now, the thing that we should not be having is more debt, less money, and more poverty. And my final opinion is people, instead of making people go into more debt, more financial burden, we should instead ask the people, ask the government to improve the economy, job market, and low education instead of making it easier for people to get into more financial burden. Because what's the point of having high education when we ourselves aren't really educated in lower, like uh, 9th grade, 8th grade math? Because you can have a degree, but you cannot have lower education. It's not really that. It doesn't really make sense. That's it for me. Thank you.